Welcome to our channel. Today we're tackling a serious issue for property owners. We are going to discuss squatters, and what to do should one end up in your Airbnb rentals, as well as some precautionary tips to avoid the problem in the first place. Squatters can turn your dream income into a nightmare. Squatters are people who occupy a property without permission and/or refuse to leave. Airbnb rentals are particularly vulnerable due to short-term stays. While the process can be challenging, there are steps you can take to remove squatters. First off, when you first realize you have a squatter and call the police, do not call them squatters. This is very important. Use terms like burglar or trespasser when reporting to the police. If you do call them a squatter, the police will say it's a civil matter and likely do nothing. Know your rights. Consult a lawyer to understand local eviction laws. But what Airbnb protections are there? Airbnb may offer some protection and reimbursement. Airbnb offers protection to owners dealing with squatters through their host guarantee policy, which can cover up to $1 million in damages caused by a guest, including situations where a guest overstays their booking and becomes a squatter. However, the exact coverage and eviction process will depend on local laws and may require additional legal action to remove the squatter from the property. Dealing with squatters can be a lengthy and frustrating process. To prevent squatting, take proactive measures. Set clear expectations in your listing, including consequences for overstaying and property rules. Conduct thorough background checks, verify identities, and communicate with references. Invest in security features like deadbolts, security cameras, smart locks, and alarm systems. Be very clear about the rental duration of no more than 29 days. Why, you may ask? Because on the 30th day, your guests become tenants and the process of removing them becomes a lot more difficult. Ensure timely and accurate payments to avoid disputes. Collect emergency contact information from guests for quick communication. Conduct regular check-ins, either in person or virtually, to monitor the property and guest behavior. Of course, this will depend on how long their stay is. Familiarize yourself with local laws and regulations regarding squatting and evictions. For example, let's look closer at Florida Airbnb laws. There are many laws and regulations for Airbnbs in Florida, including licensing, safety, taxes, and local zoning. Licensing, a Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, DBPR license, is required for properties rented out for less than 30 days more than 3 times a year. Renting out a single room or a few rooms doesn't require a license. Safety. Properties must meet safety standards, including having working smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, a fire extinguisher, and compliance with hot tub safety rules. Hosts must also comply with local fire safety standards and regularly inspect balconies. Taxes. Hosts are responsible for paying taxes on vacation rentals, including state sales tax, local tourist tax, county surtax, and commercial rental tax. Zoning. Local governments can impose zoning laws that limit where Airbnbs can be located. For example, in St. Petersburg, properties can only be rented out for less than 30 days 3 times a year in zoning districts that allow hotels and motels. Other requirements. Hosts must also provide proof of ownership, have a certificate of insurance with at least $1 million in liability coverage, provide a designated contact person, ensure the driveway and entrance are clear, provide a photo or sketch of off-street parking, comply with city noise ordinances, maintain high cleanliness standards, post special notices if the property doesn't meet public food service sanitation standards. Hosts can consult with local governments and tax advisors to learn more about additional regulations. And finally, understand Airbnb's policies and procedures for handling disputes and guest removal. Consider hiring a professional property management company like American Paradise Properties to handle guest interactions and potential issues. By understanding the risks and taking preventative measures, you can significantly reduce the likelihood of encountering squatters and protect your Airbnb property. Do you have any questions or experiences with Airbnb squatters? Share them in the comments below, and then subscribe for more informative videos.